The Game Theorists, it used to be a channel that, you know, it just had something special about it. It was really entertaining, it kinda got into the science behind games and stuff like that, but of course that now seems like it's been forever ago, as today's Game Theory channel is just a disgrace to what it used to be. There's several reasons why I now hate Game Theory, and honestly, this used to be one of my favorite channels on YouTube, but now I can't even watch anymore. So the first real reason why, you know, Game Theory as a channel has just completely fallen apart is the content has it's become underdeveloped, and it seems like it's intentionally stretched out for ad revenue, and this is not the only channel where this has become, you know, a really big problem. Lots of channels on YouTube do this, and in some regards, it's not really a bad thing. As long as the content, when you're stretching it out, at least you're adding to the content constructively, and you're not making it worse. One of my biggest issues, especially with the Game Theorists, is that, you know, their content back in the day was like maybe 5 to 9 minutes, usually, a video, and now, you know, like the longest episodes would have been like 14 to 18 minutes, and that's not a terrible length, especially if we're going like really into depth with one of the theories. I had no problem with that, especially since, you know, the 14 to 18 minutes was like an outlier video, but the videos now are averaging like 14 to 18 minutes, and it's not because, you know, they're adding on to the theories, they're not adding anything constructive, they're not going more in depth, they're not using any different type of quote-unquote science. None of that shit. It's literally just MatPat pretending to be funny, failing attempts at humor, and just adding redundant jokes and skits into the videos that just don't make any sense or don't belong in the video whatsoever. Truth be told, I'm not going to the Game Theorists, you know, for comedy. Okay, there's plenty of other YouTubers who can make me laugh. I'm going there to perhaps see a cool new theory about a game that I've loved for a long time. I'm not going there to hear MatPat attempt at comedy. And when I mean underdeveloped, I mean, you know, they got all the cool editing and everything, you know, they spend a lot of time editing their videos, they write decent scripts, but it seems as if not only the theories, but the premise of the video itself just always seems to be really lackluster. Not even that the theories are, quote, stupid, it's more or less that they're just digging and they're reaching for shit that doesn't matter, or for theories that just don't make any sense. And the second biggest reason that I now really despise Game Theory as a channel is because MatPat is literally unable to take or refute any forms of criticism whatsoever. Anything you say against him is immediately ousted as hate. You're hating on him, you don't want to see him succeed. There was like a big issue, I don't really know too much into the whole subject, but I know a lot of people were upset about this. Apparently MatPat was like selected in a special committee to meet Pope Francis. It's been a while back, I think now. But he was like one of 10 or 20 YouTube creators online and just overall, you know, internet celebrities who were pretty much selected to meet the Pope. And apparently people hated that he was selected. And, you know, I can kind of understand why, because MatPat is not the face of YouTube. If anybody should have went, and I don't know if he did or not, it should have been like PewDiePie or somebody like that. But apparently this was turned into an entire subject where everybody hated on MatPat, you know, all kinds of different shit happened. I don't know. It was really stupid. But I guarantee that the situation itself was not as bad as MatPat tried to make it. May I add that MatPat was also criticized during an Ask Me Anything he did over on Reddit, and when this happened, no matter how many upvotes it had, no matter how popular the response was to MatPat's questions, if you criticized MatPat, he was not going to respond to you. He basically just acted like your question didn't exist, even though you could ask him anything. If you asked him, say, why he was such a sellout, which somebody actually did, and it ended up being the most upvoted post on the entire AMA, he just wasn't going to respond to you. That's how he responds to criticism. If you're criticizing him or any point that he stands on, you're just a hater and he's going to ignore you, or he's just going to turn it against you. That's what he does. He gives no rebuttals to defend himself. He doesn't defend any of his theories. He just blatantly calls everything hate, it seems like. Now, I don't think MatPat is a bad person. I just think that he's unable to take criticism, and truth be told, if you're going to be somebody online at all, you're going to have a little bit of thick skin. You're going to have to be able to either, you know, take shit and, you know, not cry about it, or you're gonna have to be able to refute things that are said about you. And if your only rebuttal against things is to just say, these people keep hating on me and I don't deserve it, you know, that doesn't make you any better as a person, and it doesn't make you any better as an internet celebrity. It's just pointless. And the third reason why I, don't like game theory anymore is because it went from game theory to Five Nights at Freddy's theory, like, in the snap of a finger, it seems, and it led to the downfall of the channel. Five Nights at Freddy's videos consume the channel now. I mean, if you go to, like, the most populars in the channel, like, every channel has their most popular videos. You should probably be able to see them on every channel in, like, a playlist. But if you go even to, like, the videos tab and select it to be your most popular videos on the Game Theorist channel, it seems like almost every single video that's listed is, like, Five Nights at Freddy's related. And, I mean, if you're gonna be the Game Theorists, you have to review it more than Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, I understand that MatPat loves Five Nights at Freddy's, but as soon as the Game Theorists actually just started focusing on Five Nights at Freddy's, the entire channel just got worse. The quality of the videos completely fell apart. The target audience of the Game Theorists videos are not Five Nights at Freddy's fans. As a matter of fact, I would even be willing to say that a lot of the new Game Theorists fans actually came because of Five Nights at Freddy's. That's just my observations. It's not entirely a bad thing, it's just something that should have never happened in the first place. Past theories, of course they had flaws. A lot of them, as a matter of fact, were either disproven or just refuted very well. And, of course, MatPat doesn't take that very well either. If you refute one of his theories, he's like, well, it's just a theory. You need to make them well, and you need to make sure they make sense. You know, the past ones, they had flaws. You know, they might have fucked up on some factual stuff, but, like, they were genuinely interesting. And I can't honestly say that anymore. I tried to watch the most recent Game Theorist video here, the Pokemon Terrifying Truth of Fire Pokemon. I couldn't even get 4 minutes through. It took 2 minutes for them to get to the entire topic of the video, and it was just drivel that they started the video off with. That's not what I'm there to watch. I'm not there to watch just fucking stupidity. I'm trying to see a cool theory, or something, hopefully, that brings a new perspective onto a game that I've loved ever since I was like 4. But no, that's not even the focus of this channel anymore. The focus of this channel now is to just pump a video out, make it as long as possible, drag it out as far as possible for more ad revenue. You don't even have to get too science. You don't have to get into real deep into the science. As long as you're cracking some very mundane jokes, it's a good Game Theorist's video. It's not interesting anymore. I don't think they are in touch with their core audience or their old fans anymore. And honestly, I think the Game Theorists channel has just completely fallen apart. That's my opinion. If you like them still, that's cool. You can have that opinion. I personally don't. And it's a shame to have seen that the channel went down this direction, but anyways. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Wait for part 2 coming tomorrow. I'm just kidding, there's no part 2 to this video coming tomorrow. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. And until next time, guys, this is Optimus, signing out.